Check out today's starting lineups presented by Subaru of New England. On the left, key players for Georgetown, #1 Kelsey Ransom and number 33 Grace Ann Bennett. They're two senior captains and leaders. And on the right, familiar starting five now for the Huskies and for Geno Auriemma. Back on the sidelines for UConn, Mule, Lopez, Seneschal, Griffin, Edwards, and Uhas. Geno 47-3 all-time against Georgetown. Pretty good atmosphere for the second game of 2 on a day.
Atmosphere. I wasn't sure how many fans would actually come back into the arena after the men played in this building earlier today. Outstanding crowd.
Fun. Huskies in the home whites. Underneath, Lopez Seneschal with the feed from Uhas.
Terrific spacing, great cut.
Huskies applying a little front court pressure. Broken by the Hoyas. That's going to be a travel by Jada Claude. Turnovers, something that Georgetown was plagued by the last two times these teams played in this building. It was February 20th of last year. UConn forced 30 Georgetown turnovers. Now the Huskies committed 22 themselves.
There's the first of the day.
Am I leading themes here? Leading themes?
We shall see.
3 players in the front court for pressure.
We haven't seen UConn, impose too much full court pressure. It's nice to see it early. I think it gives them better energy from the opening tip.
Certainly a chance to come out and get into a big run early. Here's Grace Ann Bennett, 33, one of those senior leaders for Georgetown, defended well by Aaliyah Edwards. Ball will be out of bounds off UConn.
Just really smart position defense. Terrific.
Couldn't have done it any better, could you? That's great. Here's Kennedy Fauntleroy, fabulous freshman for Georgetown, misses the shot. Edwards with the rebound. Edwards with the run and the feed from Mule.
Great run there by Edwards, but smart decision there by Mule to not stop looking and to keep attacking.
Here is Ransom, cut off by Edwards. Back outside, Moore with the 3. That goes Christina Moore, one of a couple of transfer students into this Georgetown. They set the timer at 20. Knocked away from Uhas.
A little careless with the basketball, but well defended by Georgetown.
There's Fauntleroy, short on the shot. Mule will let it go out of bounds. That's a turnover. Shot clock down to 7. Lopez Seneschal for 3, around and out. Moore defended well by Mule. There's Bennett.
Yeah, Mule did a great job getting over that screen.
Fauntleroy drives, runs right into Edwards, full steam. Ball will go out of bounds off of UConn.
Oh, how about a little right hand action there? Could have gone either way. I much prefer the refs just let them play.
And a 3-pointer from Brianna Scott with time running out for Georgetown. A 6-0 run over the last minute and 40 for the Hoyas. Edwards triple teamed in the paint. Get it inside. Uhas gets fouled. We will see Fudd in the ball game today as well, as she continues to work her way back to full playing minutes. So Dorky Uhas, just talked about her in the opening of the broadcast at the free throw line for the Huskies.
Knows what she wants to do. Her low post game has been so strong. And yet she can knock down 15, 19 footers.
And the quote, it's more about showing effort for the team.
I mean, yeah, she's just been so good in every facet of the game. And she's been an outstanding leader for this team as well.
Uhas draws the double team. Griffin to Mule for 3. Past halfway through the opening quarter. Fauntleroy left open on a miscommunication defensively that left Nika Mule shrugging her shoulders. There's a steal. Knocked away from Edwards. Fauntleroy on Mule. And Mule altered the shot. And then Uhas gets fouled hard. Turn up the offensive efficiency and cut down the turnovers after that timeout. Shot clock running down, single digits. Fudd will get called for a travel. That'll be the 6th UConn turnover So a 1-point UConn lead. Huskies having turned the ball over 4 times in the last 3 minutes. Try to get it inside. Well defended, the long-range shot that goes. Who was that? That was Brianna Scott. And it took them about 7 hours. They got to Hartford at 10:30 last night. There is Lopez Seneschal. They're going to call an illegal screen on Aaliyah Edwards. So a 2-point Georgetown lead. Almost 5 minutes without scoring for UConn. Here's Grace Ann Bennett looking for Ransom. Now Fauntleroy, she'll pull up. 2 won't go. Bennett gets the rebound. It was overshot underneath by Griffin. Inside of a minute to go, quarter number 1.
Georgetown making it difficult for UConn to even make a cut.
Lopez Seneschal short with the 3, rebound to Georgetown. UConn just 3 of 11 from the floor in this opening quarter, 1 of 5 from outside. Fauntleroy with the pull-up over Griffin, way off. Bennett fights for the rebound, saves it to Moore. 10 to shoot. Back into Bennett, gonna have a whistle and a foul. I'm shocked to hear that. Final 15 seconds, quarter number 1. Can UConn break this near 6-minute scoring drought? Edwards, big steps and gets the bucket in the paint.
That's certainly a way to do it.
5 seconds to go. Ransom, she'll throw it up. Mule challenged it. Might have got a hand on the ball. And so we start the next 5 minutes, according to James Howard. Ball inbound. That's going to be a travel.
She's got a steal in every game dating back to last year.
Lopez Seneschal has it stripped. Fauntleroy got a hand in on that one and now has the ball for the Hoyas. Kennedy Fauntleroy, 5'7" freshman from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Aaliyah Edwards incoming. Either team with a pretty shooting outlook in this game so far. With credit to the aggressive defense on both ends. There's Scott. No. Rebounded by Fauntleroy. There's an offensive board for the Hoyas. Scott all alone, just outside the arc, and rebound on the miss by Edwards. Lopez Seneschal pushes, runs right into a defender, kicks, no foul. Over to Fudd, gets set to go for 3.
That'll open up the inside game.
First points of the day for Azzi Fudd. Here's Moore. Uhas with the block. Huskies will push. Lopez Seneschal runs and gets the pass and the bucket. So after Georgetown led by a couple at the end of 1, UConn has run off 5 consecutive points in this quarter. Another miss from outside. Second chance coming up here for Georgetown. That is the freshman Victoria Rivera with the miss. And a rebound for Uhas. 5 rebounds now for Uhas in the game. Here's Edwards driving, gets fouled. Last year to this, 7.7 to 16.4.
He's just such a talented basketball player and is playing with such confidence right now.
1 of 2 from the strike there. So 4-point UConn lead. Claude, defended by Griffin. Here's Brianna Scott, defended by Uhas, and there'll be a foul called. So here is Brianna Scott, the sophomore from Reston, Virginia.
Yeah, a Hall of Fame player from the University of Maryland.
And the second doesn't go either for Scott. Fudd, foul on the floor.
All of this physical contact, it's been happening the whole game.
Not uncommon for an officiating crew to get together at the end of a quarter or during a timeout and discuss how the game is going from their end.
Good inside position there by Jenkins.
Yeah. make some adjustments as the game goes. Here's Fauntleroy on Fudd. Blocked by Fudd.
Really good footwork by Fudd. See, she's just taller. No chance of a foul. Heads up play there by Fudd.
You heard Geno.
Not happy.
Uhas from just beyond the free throw line. No. That rebound will be Fauntleroy. Pushes the pace. Edwards got a hand on the ball. Seneschal waiting to check back in for UConn. Mule defends Fauntleroy. Stolen by Fudd. Pass goes behind Mule. Can't track it down. And another UConn turnover. So Dorka Uhas will go to the bench. Coach is making his coaching remarks. And Lopez Seneschal back in. Good to see after that awkward landing she had on the run out before. Claude will go all the way to the rim and get the bucket. Jada Claude.
What a strong move.
Transfer from Morehead State. Spent 2 years playing at Duke as well. Here's Aaliyah Edwards from beyond the free throw line, and it goes. From the corner, too strong for Scott, and a rebound to Fudd.
Fudd needs to come out. She looked like she was wincing in pain.
Just waved at the bench, and she is limping on the court. Very much so, not something we want to see. There's Aaliyah Edwards, too strong. Aubrey Griffin skies for the rebound and gets fouled. So Azzi Fudd goes to the bench and beyond, and that's not a great sign with the athletic trainer, Janelle Francisco. Her parents looking on. One of two, second quarter. And again, the headline of the moment as Moore throws up a three and gets it to go. Christina Moore. On the timer for UConn. Lopez Seneschal started to cut, but Ransom saw that coming. End-to-end, the pull-up. No, fight for the rebound. Mule will get fouled. Looking at Azzi Fudd at the top of the key.
Here she is.
Ooh, that contact right there. She and Jenkins banged together.
Yeah, so the question is, what did she do? Did she re-aggravate that knee? We don't know. We'll wait to get word from the medical staff when we can.
Hopefully just a scare. But certainly our concerns and our best wishes are with Fudd right now. Here's Nika Mule. 9 points, none from three. Very aggressive taking the ball to the rim at St. John's on Wednesday. Ransom defended by Griffin. Here's Fauntleroy, shot clock down to 5. Works off a screen, got it to go. That's a 2. 2 for Kennedy Fauntleroy to tie the ball game. Oh boy, best wishes for Fudd, and we wait for any word. So a minute to go in quarter number 2. Lopez Seneschal, kind of a desperate throw and thought she was fouled. Aubrey Griffin will get fouled. So back to the line is Aubrey Griffin. Two-point UConn lead. Fauntleroy around Edwards. Ransom cut off quickly by Griffin. Left hand will draw the foul. But on the defensive end,
playing a tough first half here is Kelsey Ransom, and UConn is making it difficult for her to get going offensively.
Mule will travel. The UConn defense has been good enough to keep Georgetown from cashing in on a ton of them. to set the final shot. Juhas now on Fauntleroy. Freshman drives the paint. Juhas got a hand on the ball. 4 seconds, 3. Mule will throw it up.
Hopefully that is, you know, a sign of what it means, you know?
Yes.
Good news. It's not great news, but we just hope it's not too bad.
So we start this third quarter with a Georgetown turnover. UConn leading by just 1. And that'll be UConn's ball, sorry.
And Geno talked about the team's effort. Let's see if their effort is better.
That's her mom, Katie Smirkaduffy, and her dad, Tim Fudd, and the back and forth across the court.
So without knowing anything, that seems to be a good sign.
We'll just be hopeful. Aubrey Griffin gets blocked by Bennett. How about just a Georgetown team 8-8 and 1-6 in Big East play, and they play UConn to within 1 at halftime. It's everything the Hoyas wanted, right?
Yeah, they've been more aggressive. And their coach wanted them to be competitive. They are competing.
5 to shoot, 4. Fudd inside to Juhas, contested and good.
They used every bit of that shot clock
to get the first UConn points in the third quarter. Fauntleroy just lost Mule. From the corner, Claude, too strong. Fight for the rebound on the floor, tied up ball. That will be UConn's on the alternating possession arrow.
He said to his team, we're right there. Coming in, we talked about playing 5-minute segments. Well, they've done that so far. Now we have to come back and still play as if the score is 0-0. We'll get to the media timeout, see where we are against UConn. That's all you can do.
So far, his team is doing everything it wanted to, and there is a 3 from Lopez Seneschal.
And Lopez Seneschal needed to knock down a shot, and UConn needed her to knock down a shot. They've been so stagnant offensively.
Fauntleroy over the top of Griffin, missed. Chance for UConn to get on a bit of a run here to start this third quarter. Mule drives right into traffic and will draw a foul on Jada Claude. Numbers on her game so far today. All of her points were driving to the rim and had 9 on Wednesday.
That's where she's at her best, getting, finding holes in the defense and penetrating. She can either take it to the rim or kick it out.
10 against 10 here, Fauntleroy and Mule. Moore, guarded by Juhas.
There's a mismatch down low.
Scott drives between defenders and gets the bucket. Brianna Scott for Georgetown. Griffin runs ahead of the field. Couldn't get it to go. Does not. Yes, did draw the whistle. That is her 3rd, by the way. That's big.
It certainly looked like there was contact.
Fauntleroy shifty. Tangled up inside. They will call a foul on Griffin. No, I'll call it on Bennett.
Grace Ann Bennett, listed as 6'3".
Maybe in the days of the Hartford Whalers here, that would have been applauded.
And she's grabbing Aaliyah Edwards' arm.
So that is already the 5th foul of this quarter for Georgetown. Aaliyah Edwards at the free throw line. Ransom, the nice drive on Griffin. Got the shot away, no. Juhas will not touch the ball. It'll be knocked out of bounds off Georgetown. Kelsey Ransom 0 for 6 from the floor today, the leading scorer for Georgetown.
See, they're calling these fouls now. The fouls have been occurring, and the contact has been occurring all game.
Not saying what she's done so far today. That is 3 of the starting 5 for Georgetown with 3 fouls. 20-second shot clock here for the Hoyas to work with. Ransom almost lost it to the aggressive Aubrey Griffin. Here's Fauntleroy. Inside Jenkins. And the offensive foul.
Aubrey Griffin got to the spot. It's very difficult to play a game when the officials call it so differently in both halves. they struggled on the offensive end. UConn didn't have any kind of flow. They didn't cut aggressively. They didn't do what we're used to seeing.
It was a game we saw Princeton. When Princeton put on late in the game the 1 for 2 on the free throw. There's the intense pressure, and UConn had trouble handling it. That was a pretty intense Georgetown defense in the first quarter and a half. Ransom kicks to the corner for Scott. No. Rebound will be off. Griffin saves it.
Griffin doing the little things.
Lopez Seneschal. No for 3. Uhas gets fouled on the offensive rebound. And Dorka Uhas stepping to the free throw line. UConn is on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 34 seconds and haven't made a shot from the floor. All of those have been from the free throw line. UConn in this period 11 for 12 from the free throw line. Here's Ransom, defended by Lopez Seneschal. Scott, now Bennett. Working on Uhas, lost control. Shot clock in single digits. Fauntleroy calling for help. Tries to slide past the defense. Uhas was there. And the shot clock runs out. Remember, just joining us, this was a 1-point ball game at halftime. There'll be a foul inside.
The stuff they got away with in the first half, they're not getting away with in the second.
Yeah, they're going to test the depth of their bench if this trend continues, for sure. So Aaliyah Edwards at the free throw strike for UConn. That's 11 points. Just part of this program. The all-time greats always come back and stay in touch. So Georgetown out of the timeout, trying to get something going offensively this quarter. Bennett blocked by Edwards. Rebound inside, and as Scott tries to go back up with it, she's fouled. Look at Azzi Edwards, if you weren't with us earlier. Azzi Fudd, there's Aaliyah, who went to the bench with 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter after banging knees with Ariel Jenkins at Georgetown. She will not return. So an 11-1 run over the last 4.5 minutes for UConn. Talked about a lot of the fouls. That was deflected, so it's not a backcourt violation. Lopez Seneschal got the 2. But in a huddle with 2 of the 3 officials on the court.
Trying to get his point across.
He's not one of those real demonstrative guys on the sideline, but he got a little demonstrative. Fauntleroy, what a nice move by the freshman.
Aaliyah Edwards was wide open.
Griffin hesitated on the 3, kicks to Uhas, top of the key, no. And a rebound nicely done by Brianna Scott for Georgetown. There's Ransom, well defended, and there's Griffin with the steal.
Good active hands by Aubrey Griffin.
Lopez Seneschal quickly closed off by Scott. Huskies will slow it down and set the half court. Lopez Seneschal shot short, and that'll be turned over to Georgetown.
I like how a couple of possessions ago, she put the ball on the floor and took the 12-footer instead of the 17-footer.
There's Fauntleroy again, feeling it. Last minute of play in this third quarter here in Hartford, a quarter that's seeing the Huskies blow this one open. Though it has not been pretty all the way through. 7 to shoot.
What kind of offense is this?
Not much. That'll be a time violation. Fauntleroy again from outside. No, Uhas and Edwards collide. Uhas gets the rebound. 5 to shoot. You looking for room. Then court will travel.
And then why not just shoot the ball at that point?
Storylines as we start the fourth here. Georgetown with a lot of foul trouble on the floor and on the bench. And for UConn, they've turned the ball over 20 times in the ball game already. There's a Georgetown turnover. Aaliyah Edwards on the run. Will get fouled. So Huskies inbound the ball with 27 on the timer. Mule, Betancourt, Griffin, Uhas, and Edwards, the 5 on the floor for UConn. Skip pass. Griffin gets it back to Edwards. Right-hander, good off glass. And with some of the foul trouble that Georgetown has, you have to wonder how aggressive they can be defending the paint like they were earlier in the game that gave UConn so much trouble. There's a ball on the floor. Rivera gathers it up. Bennett gets it to a cutting Myrick's, who gets fouled. So that was on Aaliyah Edwards, her 3rd. So Georgetown shooting its 8th free throw of the game. UConn has shot 24. Heavily whistled 3rd period, part of the storyline of this one. There's Edwards from just inside the free throw line, and it's good. 15 and 9 for Aaliyah Edwards in the ball game. That is Claude, Jada Claude, over the top of Betancourt. 13, sorry.
Not a lot of motion here.
There's Aubrey Griffin, no. Rebound through Aaliyah Edwards' hands, and it's going to be out of bounds off UConn. Freshman sensation for this Georgetown team. Ransom back in the ball game, shoots, misses. Rebound, wrestled away by Lopez Seneschal. Griffin runs, looking for room, draws a call.
And all of those whistles translate to an ugly basketball game. Not today.
Just joining us, this has not been one of those. Shot clock at 5. Fauntleroy jab steps, tosses it up. Just before the shot clock expired, excellent effort to try and get the rebound by Claude. So Dorka Uhas goes to the bench, and Amari DeBerry makes her first appearance in the ball game. Edwards, yes, 17 points and 9 rebounds.
It's not a bad idea to give her the ball every single time.
Bennett finds her way through DeBerry and gets the bucket.
Really good move there by Bennett.
It'll be a thrown away pass. Bennett gets away from DeBerry and gets the bucket. Defended by Fauntleroy. Shot clock at 10. Griffin keeps on moving. Nice ball movement from UConn.
Aubrey Griffin's so good moving without the basketball. She just never stops.
Good pass from Lopez Seneschal. Quickly in. There's Claude. Goes between defenders. So that would be Aaliyah's 4th foul. The aggressive game and the numbers of fouls called, and they've started to add up a little. Halfway through quarter number 4 here at XL Center in Hartford. What has been a very aggressive, physical ball game between UConn and Georgetown. Nice pass into Uhas from Mule. 6 assists from Mule today. Is going to be a 3-second violation. 2nd of 2 played in this building today. The UConn men losing to St. John's earlier today, 85-74. Lopez Seneschal, Edwards, Uhas, Mule, and Griffin on the floor for UConn. Mule launches a 3 and gets it.
Much better ball movement. I liked it. Went all the way to the left side, into the post, skipped it to the other side, and a nice finish by Mule.
On the floor, kicked. That'll be a Georgetown turnover. UConn best. Remember, she had the double-double against Seton Hall, 16 and 11. Huskies go play the Pirates in New Jersey on Tuesday night. You'll see it live here on SNY.
See, Lopez Seneschal didn't shoot that ball. She hasn't been shooting great, and I like the decision to not shoot it.
Nice feed between the double team to Uhas.
And what a nice pass there.
Fauntleroy, they try to roll, passes it over the top of Jenkins, and it'll be UConn basketball. A good cup of coffee would feel good right now. Lopez Seneschal for 3, and got it.
Big smile on her face after she knocked that in.
So coming down to 2 minutes to go in this ball game. And a steal for UHAS. She'll get to the rim. Timeout, Georgetown. And how is she? That'll probably be the first question in the post-game press conference to Geno. Shot inside to Morgan Lee, 31, the freshman from Connecticut, from the Kent School. Gets on the board for Georgetown here in Hartford. So the Azzi Fudd status. If you weren't with us in the second quarter, Fudd banged knees with a Georgetown player, left the ball game, has not returned. And it was the same knee she banged that she injured at Notre Dame back in December. There's another UConn turnover. Turnover's been kind of a thing today. That'll be the 23rd of the day for the Huskies. And the outside shot goes for the freshman Victoria Rivera. And Georgetown, after having to travel up by bus.
Yeah, when they're playing, had mechanical issues.
Played the game on their terms for a good measure of it until the Huskies finally snapped that in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think they've got to feel really good about, you know, they competed hard.
So the final half minute of this one for UConn. Betancourt for three, too strong. So UConn going to go to 15-2 on the season, 8-0 in the Big East as Brianna Scott gets a final bucket for Georgetown. And after only leading by 1 at halftime, UConn will win it by 15.